So Dr. Carol Baker, the racist who actually was executive director of Texas Children's Center for Vaccine Awareness and Research, was appointed. I don't think she's there anymore, but who knows? Has been appointed to serve as chair of the advisory committee on immunization practices of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Yeah, so she's probably been given, she's probably, way up higher now. She got a Bill and Melinda Gates honorary award. This is a racist, just like Bill and Melinda Gates, just like all the medicine and sciences. I know it's like, oh, how can you say that? But it just grows deeper because it's all of the CDC. Like this idea that it's just, oh, it's these few people. No, it's not. It's the culture, it's the disease of medicine because of where its roots started. It is. People could say, oh yeah, we have these medicines that help. They treat symptoms, okay? Symptoms that likely came from the same scientists that have been doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing to begin with. Because if you don't have a moral compass, and I have yet to see, I've yet to see a scientist have a moral compass. Sorry, haven't seen it. Because they're too obsessed with their germs and their theories and their Dr. Evil stuff. It's just sick and twisted. Like listening to any of them at this point now, it's sick. Dr. Robert Malone, all of them sick. It's a sick, twisted industry altogether. She wasn't just behind she was behind the pneumonia vaccines. She was a representative and consultant liaison in them. She was appointed by the Obama administration to lead the CDC Advisory Committee and was honored at a ceremony funded by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. But she was reported to the Texas Medical Board because of her racist comments, which were, quote, get rid of all the whites, because of the widespread criticism about that was her suggestion of how to stop vaccine refusers. Get rid of the whites. So she was reported by many people to the Texas Medical Board. So when I go off on the nursing board and say it's every layer, it is. Here's the letter from the Texas Medical Board. This was in May 2020. Your complaint has been reviewed to determine if a licensee of this agency is involved, whether or not a state law or board rule has been violated. As you know, the Texas Medical Board enforces those requirements governing the practices of medicine as set forth in the Texas Occupations Code and board rules. Our review indicates the board has already been notified of the allegations made in your complaint. All complaints and complaint information are confidential and not subject to public disclosure. That was their answer in May of 2020 to a racist high-level official that made racist genocidal comments about people that are vaccine refusers. Get rid of the whites. That was so when I say that it's every layer, it's every layer. So when I go off in the nursing board, look, the nursing board, if they investigate a nurse, it goes on the record for you to see it. It is. So why it isn't for medicine, I don't know. But all these people protect each other, right? They'll go after people like you and me. But they all protect each other. Do you know how silenced I'm being on every platform right now? Everywhere. Everywhere. That's how powerful these people are. Even on TikTok. TikTok, even on my second channel, it's just nothing. It's... So, thinking that TikTok, who knows what they're doing? I don't even care anymore about any of it. I care about it. It's just, it's pointless. These people they don't care if you know about them anymore because they have it all in the bag in their opinion. That's where I think they're wrong. But that's also where I think it's too big. There's too many people going along with this. And yeah, you could say there's some people, like I say, I don't trust the hospitals anymore. I don't. It doesn't mean I don't trust the people that I work around me, that I work with. But most of them don't watch the news. They are mindless to it. And you try to tell them and they think you're crazy. They won't even consider looking at any of it. They've just been indoctrinated by the science. So, I would fear that many of them will go along with things that they shouldn't at some point down the road if they don't wake up. But the top of the medical system has been the people, the board members, the CEO especially, they've all destroyed their healthcare, their hospitals. They've been doing it for at least 10 years. It's just been this slow destruction. And the nursing and medical unions, well, especially the nursing unions, have been on board with all of that. I blame all of them. Not the members of the National Nurses United, but National Nurses, the Association, American Association of Nurses, all of them, blame all of them. Because when you look into their backgrounds, they all go back to the Nazis at the genocidal United Nations. For a scientist with the CDC to make a statement like this, get rid of the whites, and then CDC have the audacity. You see how they rub it in your face? You see how the healthcare system is going to rub it in their employees' faces? You're going to go learn about your bias. All the while, that person that was the head of CDC or on their advisory vaccine advisory committee made a statement about get rid of the whites. But see, they do this stuff on purpose, so they want you to know who they are. They want you to know how disgusting and depraved they are. At this point, they do, because there's no backtracking now. There isn't. There's too many people, even though most of the healthcare system doesn't see it, there's too many people in the everyday world that are awake. So they know, they just don't care. And they know that they've indoctrinated enough of their healthcare workers in their hospital system to just go along. What I fear for them is they're going to find out one day that they've gone along with something they shouldn't have gone along with, some of them. But as far as them helping somebody that comes in, those frontline workers, yeah, they're going to still do that. It's not that I don't trust that. But you have to realize that whatever comes down from the top, that's what gets implemented in the hospital system. That's why this pushing the race card, Northwestern. I said this on my other channels. Right at the height of COVID, after the George Floyd foolishness. Okay, every hospital in Chicago and the surrounding areas of Chicago, every single one of them, all signed a letter that went out to every employee that worked at any of those hospitals and every volunteer, saying that we stand with Black Lives Matter. That was the beginning of the push of, we are going to show you what racists we are. Every hospital in Chicago, that doesn't mean every employee that works there, because most of the employees don't even know. But as far as the top of those hospitals, they were saying, yes, we are racist. We are going to push a racist division. It was obvious and clear. They all signed this same letter. And they put in big, bold, black letters, we stand with Black Lives Matter. And these are all the same people that are on board with the 17 Unsustainable Development Goals with the United Nazis at the United Nations. So they came out with this letter, all of the hospitals in lockstep. They all are lockstep right now. All of them are. They're all doing exactly the same thing because of the people at the top. So they're all going to implement the same things. And so they all did that. Lockstep came out and said the number one health crisis is systemic racism, letting you know what racists those people at the top are. Because that's what they were saying when they said that. We're the biggest racists. We're so racist. We're going to go along with people that make comments like get rid of the whites. So you can't, Texas is a Republican state. So this should be a no-brainer for the Texas Medical Board, don't you think? That, yeah, you should pull her license, but they won't, because again, your nursing boards in every state in this country, all the associations, all of those people that you think are layers of experts, every single one of them, if they're aligned with the United Nations, and they all are, they're all nothing but racist Nazis.